58 North Orange Grove. I find a lady here, she's the same age of me. And we find out that we lived together in Constantinople in 1906, 1907. She lived even longer. And we lived on the same street. That is true.
In Constantinople?
Yeah, Turkey. And we remind ourselves a story from there. There is Constantinople and Istanbul. So they have mostly not horses, but they have donkeys. So there was a stingy Turk. He didn't want, when they have to go through the, I forgot the name, a brick, what do you call it in English? A bridge. Oh, yeah,
a border.
Yeah, a bridge.
A bridge.
Not a border, just a bridge. Over the Bosphorus. That's a beautiful place. So people that are passing by, they went for nothing. But if you had a horse and buggy or a donkey and buggy, you have to pay 2 cents.
It's a toll bridge.
Yeah. So that man was so stingy. When he came to that bridge, he took the little donkey on his little wagon and he was pulling in order not to pay the 2 cents. So we were talking to her, she remembered the story. Well, in Kade Fed and Kishes,
you could sing your song, too.
En kahve dengi gelir şişi, that is Turkish. She remembers that song in the sitting room sometimes, but she's so deaf. When I have to talk to her, I have to strain myself. So I try my best. The less to talk, the more to eat. Isn't that? Haven't you got a nice grandma?
Great grandma.
Well, so.
Tell me what happened
When?
in Constantinople when some people went back to Russia to get cows. And you were going to stay there and wait for them to come back. What happened with the cows?
With the cows was wonderful.
And what kind of cows did they get?
The best cows, they paid $60 a cow, 60 rubles in Russia. And when they brought them to Turkey, we used to get $250 for a cow. The trouble was that we didn't know the language.
You didn't have any cows in Turkey?
They had a lot of cows, but it seemed that was not enough. I don't know how it was. I was a young girl, don't forget that. Yeah. I remember things, but not very much. So, I'll tell you, when they brought a carload of cows, that is 8 cows, I remember. And one time, there was somebody got sick in our family, we had help, and they didn't show up. We have to milk the cows. Nobody knows how to milk. Me. I say, I know. And I really, when I was younger, I used to milk the cow. I come over to the cow, and I don't know which side I have to sit down. I go this way, I go the other way, and then I'm so smart, I come over. Shalom Aleichem, baby.
You shake the cow.
That is in Jewish, how do you do? So I find out what the right side is. And I sat down and I made them, they used to give milk so much, it was wonderful. But we didn't know how to work. We didn't know where to get, it cost us less. We paid $100 a month for a house that underneath the cow stays, and the cows has to go up on steps. And they were fed there.
The cow went up on steps? What kind of
Not steps, that was a whole...
A ramp?
A ramp, yeah. And they used to go up, and there it was so clean, beautiful. And on top of that was our living quarters. And the back of that, they had a big yard, but you can't step in the yard. There was one face and the other, you'd understand, five stories of that. And the flowers, and I'm telling you, that was something out of this world. That was belonging to some very rich man, a Turk. And then we find out, that goes here, yeah? Good. Then we find out a Russian, he was the first hand of the Sultan. Mr. Anunci, I told you this on the lange Meise, that she knows. And that man listened that we come to the Russian post office, and we stay around and we talk in Russian between us. And he used to come, such a handsome man with big mustache, and looks at us and looks at us. And we were afraid. So he says, in Russian, of course, what are you doing, children, here? We start to tell him. He says, look. And we told him the story about the cows, that we pay too much money. So he says, look, you have it in the wrong place. Tell your people I want to come and I'll give you advice. We came home and we told him that Turk, he want to come, with the red face. So my sister, should rest in peace, the oldest one, Sister Chassi, you don't know, but your mother knows it like you. So she says, all right, let him come. And we were living 4 families in one house, with a big house. Everyone had 2 rooms for their own and a big dining room, a big living room. We didn't have no furniture. We were sitting at the Karzinichkis. You know what Karzinichkis? There was no, that time, suitcases. But it was from straw. I don't know what it is. He came over, we haven't got a chair for him. He says, all right, I'll sit down on a Karzinichki. We sat down and he gave us advice. He took us to a Chiflik, that's a dorf, what do you call it? A little town. There we got for $10 a month.
So the hand that you got for 10?
Yeah. And nobody was went there except the men. Here we all work. This one sold milk, this one delivered, this one washed, this one did something.
So when you moved there, you didn't have to work?
I didn't work then.
So who worked then?
Then it was my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, and there was 3 more families. Nachimovsky, Varanovsky, and Kaplansky. I remember. See? I'm telling you that.
How come you didn't have to work then? Because it was cheaper?
Not cheaper. We have to go there. Yeah. So the expense, where we're going to live there. It's only a barn for the cows. So anyway, me and I had my younger sister, Hanechki, you heard the name. We went and we looked for a job and we went to a dressmaker. And they accepted us. That was a very good dressmaker. And I was never a dressmaker. I used to sew at home like, your stuff or anyone's. And they accepted us. We were working. We got some, I don't remember the price, a MGD. And I forgot the end of the names. Well, to talk about Turkey, I have to sit not a half an hour. I have to sit. She called it the lange Meise. There is a story that I will never forget. When I'll die, I wouldn't forget it. But it's too much.
It's too much.